This was a precedent-setting case in regards to how it played out in the legal system, and Most Buffalo's Ron Plants has more now on that part of the story. Hello to you, Ron.
Kate, we have known about the 10 counts of murder for the slain victims and other charges in this case, but there is also that element of a hate crime for this terroristic attack, in this case at the Tops supermarket store that we saw back on May 14th. Peyton Gendron had pleaded guilty to these charges against him back in late November, and today Judge Susan Egan again making it official with a sentence of life in prison without parole. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn emphasizing during a post-proceeding press conference that this involved a specific statute of New York state law beyond the actual murder of 10 people and attempted murder charges for 3 other shooting victims. Flynn said it was swift justice, which public officials had requested.
Not only was it swift, it was just. It was just in the sense that he pled guilty to every charge. He pled guilty to, for the first time in the history of New York State, the domestic terrorism charge motivated by hate. Never been done in the history of the state of New York. It was done here in Buffalo, New York.
Flynn says Gendron, who has since been held in separate confinement under suicide watch at the Erie County Holding Center, will now be transferred over to federal custody for his still-to-be-resolved federal case, which again still carries the possibility of the death penalty in this whole situation. There will be a status conference in federal court on that separate case tomorrow. Again, Gendron did say, as you heard earlier at the beginning of the newscast, he was sorry for what he did in, quote, stealing lives, and regrets his decisions for doing, quote, terrible things, which he still cannot believe that he did. He will have time to contemplate that further now while he's in prison for the rest of his life, again, unless the death penalty would be imposed at the federal level. We'll have to see how that plays out. Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.